if I start streaming now. Alright then. Starting in 4 minutes.
Okay.
I think I might do 30 laps instead of 32.
Alright.
Just because don't want to be here all night. I have a feeling it's going to be one of those races where someone just disappears.
What do you mean disappears?
It just gaps everyone. Because it's a pretty like high speed
yeah.
track.
Someone's asking when the race one will start.
Race 1? It's that endurance race?
ARC. Yeah, you just said, is race gonna be, I don't know, is race 1 gonna be done before XX00?
No. It starts at XX0.
I think he meant the qualifying or something, but
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
I mean, I hope so.
But he said race 1.
I hope it's done before then.
I'm gonna quit midway through then. I gotta go at 80, says.
Bro, CT time. Oh my god, this guy's always telling me to speak up. My mic's literally on 300%. What more do you want from me? I'll put it even higher. There you go. CT time, what? I don't know what that converts to.
That's the
Track 1
time
hour.
from Europe, mainland Europe.
Yeah, no.
That means he has to go in 30 minutes.
You can't hear me, bro. Yes, you can. Stop lying. Oh, if I move my mic closer.
That means he has to go in 30 minutes.
Bro, I'm listening to the stream and I can hear me just fine. Be quiet. Alright, let's start. I should probably spectate someone. I'm going with Techno. Dude, what is this road blockage? Alright, here we go then. First time AMs and pros driving in the same quali. I'm gonna be busy, gonna be difficult to find track position.
Yeah, I hope they don't crash like yesterday.
Yeah, it should be a lot better.
There's a few crashes going on yesterday. Someone's already stopped on track. Just M4XY. Must have some issues.
Oh, as we see our Techno get wiped out by Epic Lexa. Some banter going on.
Oh! Epic Lexa just putting a pin maneuver on Neo City here.
Interestingly, everyone is pacing because with this extended time, there's no rush to get out there. You got
Webblue just comes through.
Laps. Yeah,
goes all the way through front now.
Webblue trying to get some track position here. We could see some racing going on. Could see some racing going on to get to the front of this queue.
Webblue is just going for it already.
Yeah, it looks like Webblue is trying to get ahead. Let me turn my performance stats off.
Maybe like everyone else is trying to get the slipstream here for
Well, no slipstreaming
better
quali
speed and
though,
less
so
less slipstream.
yeah, turned off. Otherwise, it would just be a fucking bump draft fest everywhere.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
Now Neon City also going. Looks like he's got quite a gap to the Web Blue now, so he should be in clear air. And we still got the rest of the field basing, warming up their tires.
there we go. I can smoke save.
Oh, someone just crashed into Techno. Oh, TXHSY just rear-ended Techno.
Alright, this is a pretty big queue. These drivers are gonna need to find some space.
I don't know how they're gonna do it. Are they all gonna go at the same time?
Looks like Webley coming up to the line though. Surrounding the final corner and getting those final bit of heat into his tyres. Going to be the benchmark lap for everyone else then with Webley, and we'll go on board with him. So Webley accelerates then, starting his first lap. Hugging the wall, trying to open up the track as much as possible. Careful not to touch the cones. Turns in a little bit early, but pretty good through turn 1. Should probably get a track mark off actually. Here we go then. Webley coming up to turn 10. I think this is, yeah. Lewis saying a 8 minute 39, absolutely blazing lap times. Ooh, Webley getting a CC there. Not gonna do his lap any favors. It's actually a pretty long track, so it takes a while to get around if you're trying to look after the tires at the same time. So far, quite a scruffy lap for Webley, getting a few corner cuts here and there.
See, man, it looks to be his first lap. He still has 10 minutes left after the session. He comes around the final corner now.
Turns in very early. It's going to put him a bit wide coming out. He's going to have to be careful to hit the wall, and he has to back off a bit there. We'll see what it is. 145. I believe these drivers are going to be looking for low 144s, so time to find for Webley. Look further back. Looks like Techno is still pacing, but we have a few cars here. TXH crossing the line, 146. Epic Lexa approaching the line 2 behind. I believe that is Kanye ahead of him. Oh, Epic Lexa hits the wall. It's going to lose a lot of time there, but Kanye goes to pole, provisional pole, 2 attempts clear then. A few of the AM drivers crossing the line as well. Epic Lexa just barely ahead of the AMs with that collision into the wall. Have Lewis crossing the line now. See if he can improve. His Senna puts in an impressive time. And Lewis only goes to a 155.
Lewis.
So actually one of the title contenders for amateur at the back for this race then.
Someone's already coming into the pit. Must not be happy with the tires right now. It's just M4 XY.
It's just Maxi.
Yeah, just Maxi pitting.
Stays in
getting
the pits.
Getting the new tires on.
We have Techno here, I think coming up to finish a lap. No, he backs off. Looks like he's about to start one. Be interesting to see Techno getting a new equipment for this round, so hopefully he'll be no longer afflicted by lag spikes. But let's go on board with Techno. I'll let you take us through the lap.
Alright, here he goes on the main straight. Oh, hugs the wall like last time because max speed turns in. Oh, gets a perfect corner right there. We got traffic up ahead. Okay, traffic barely got out of the way there. Techno moving great, moving perfectly through these corners, taking all the road he can take without going off the track or taking a CC. Here he comes, brakes, turns the car in, makes the corner. Very well done there. As he heads down. Wow, really using all of the track here, even using some of the grass.
iRacing meta, bro.
He's really going for it on this lap. Let's see what it's gonna be. He's doing quite well on this lap already. I think this might be one of the fastest laps we're gonna see in this session. As he comes around the corner here. Yes, hits it well.
Ooh, wide.
Goes a little wide. Not sure if he got a CC there or not. I don't think he did. He's still going for it. Is he now gonna round the final corner? Ooh, it turns in very early. He's gonna drive it real wide. Makes it through the corner. Goes down to the line now. And he goes second with a 1:45.1.
Yeah, so just under a tenth off Kanye. Kanye, who's actually at risk of losing his seat, so he's going to be fighting to keep it here. It looks like he's doing that well so far with provisional pole on top of these title contenders.
He's coming out the corner, the final corner now. I think he's on a push lap. No, he's spinning. He's spinning. I think he wants those new tires. Still 6 minutes left in the session. He can clearly get a few more laps in.
I think Jen is about to finish a lap. Nope, comes into the pits.
No, also fits.
Always beating us. Ooh, Trojus nearly impedes Techno there. Techno, who may be going for a double push lap. I'm not too sure.
There might be a problem with Just Maxi. They're stood still on the side of the track. I don't know what happened to
I think he's warming up his tires by driving into the wall.
The front tires are spinning. This might be a new strategy we're seeing over here.
So no one into the 144s yet. We'll see if this changes with Weblu starting a lap here, taking it slowly around the final corner. It's going
Time to get those tires warmed.
Yeah, going to be looking to jump up 2 places here for Weblu as he starts his lap then. Be hugging that wall, trying to get as much aerodynamic benefit as possible. He does have a traffic ahead, one of the TF Sport Corvettes. Could get in his way. He'll be hoping that they don't though, as he's quick through turn 1, edging the CC there, just barely on track limits. Brakes as late as he can, looking for that late apex there. This section just comes at you. Really got to hook it all up together. If you make one mistake there, you're done. But he's going to be hugging the inside through here, trying to reduce the distance he has to travel as much as possible. And looking for his breaking point into this big hairpin, where I hope we're going to see a few overtakes today. But he misses the apex, goes wide, going to get a CC there. Could still improve though, as his other lap was also a bit scrappy. One of the fellow Ferraris getting out of his way there. Again, looking for a late apex, but again gets a CC. So these drivers just a bit scrappy right now. Collecting CCs where they don't want to be. And another CC for Weblu. He's just racking them up here. And goes wide into the final to there to top it all off. Not a good look for Weblu. He's actually leading the championship right now.
All right.
We'll see if he can improve regardless of all those mistakes. Taps though. It's just a messy lap for Weblu. Yeah, and
And
he
it looks
comes
like he's
into the
gonna pit. Yeah.
pits, aborting that lap. I think the right decision gives him time to go for another one. See if
Here comes his teammate Techno. Oh, also
also into
pitting.
the pits. Neon, who put in a good performance in Monza as a reserve driver, taps the wall but could still improve here. Looking to jump up, but does
He
not
did
do
improve
so.
his time, but did not get any positions there. As there is some something going on in the chat. DVK and Kivyakshi not happy with each other right now. Beefing it out in the chat.
Trying to see, is there anyone on that lap?
Yes, Jen Loffy is, I think, starting his lap now.
We'll go with Jen Lofi then. One of the drivers is a bit inconsistent sometimes. Very quick at Silverstone, but then nowhere to be seen at other tracks. See if this is going to be one of his tracks then. A little bit wide there, but not too bad. Setting himself up nicely for that corner to get a good exit. Avoiding the wall on the inside there, and it sort of pinches the track. He's got one of the Kessel Ferraris ahead. Gets out of his way though. Weblu ahead of him. So a bit of traffic for Jen on this lap here. Even if they don't get in this way, it can still put a little psychological effect on him, but he seems to be going well. Takes the hairpin nicely. Maybe searching for his braking point here. Going to be around the second set of cones. Takes that one nicely, so hopefully going to be an improvement for Jen then. Hugs the inside there and carries the speed. Does go a little bit wide, but shouldn't damage his lap time too much. And then this final bit of the track then, traffic ahead of him, diving out of the way. Does go slightly wide, but not getting any CC so far, so it's looking good for Jen. As he goes past the hub of Porsche and the BMW. We're going to come up to the final corner, see what line he can take through here. Many different options available. But turns in early, so trying to minimize the distance. But I think he's misjudged it because he's gone very wide on the exit. We'll see what it is for Jen though. See if he can improve. Does not, so clearly not one of those tracks for Jen.
Yeah, and someone has gone under the 145s. Epi with a 144.8. We must have not noticed, but he is fastest provisional pole right now with 1 minute left in the session.
That is Epic Lexa for Sky Tempesta Racing. Only 2 temps clear, but as you say, the only one to break into the 144s with just under a minute left, so the final laps for these drivers. And right now it looks like Epic's going to get it unless anyone else can improve. So we have a few drivers. Pigeon, who took his first win last time out in the second sprint at Valencia. Currently sat down in P9, so suboptimal for Pigeon here.
About 20 seconds, 15 seconds left now. Techno's going to start his lap, with Webblue behind him also going to start his lap. Looks like they're going to be the final 2 drivers to be able to do a lap. Oh, someone is actually coming around the final corner now. Is he going to make it?
Yeah,
he did make it, but 1 second remaining.
We'll see if Techno can depose Epic here. Techno definitely one of the fastest drivers on the grid. Very successful in other leagues too. He's hugging the inside here. See if he can nail this happen. Breaks as late as possible, but gets the apex nicely and then straight lines the exit to get as much momentum as possible. It's looking good for Techno so far, maximizing the track limits there as much as he can. Has to get off at power a little bit there and cuts on the exit, so it will hurt him a little bit. And again, getting another CC there, so lots of these drivers just CCing all over the place. Certainly a difficult track to get the hang of. It's good through the penultimate corner though. Clear track ahead of him. See if he can knock Kanye off pole. Knock Epic Lexer off pole, sorry. He's got his teammate Webley behind him as well. Could also potentially do some damage. But Techno then going a little bit wide through the final corner. Taps the wall ever so slightly. We'll see what he can do. And goes to pole. 5 attempts clear. A mighty lap from Techno. See what Webley can do. Goes P3. So Kessel Racing going 1-3 in the dying moments of this session. And looks like we have Kanye still on a lap though. Kanye. See what he can do. Was on provisional pole a few minutes ago. Could snatch it back here from Techno. Although, no. Massive corner cut right as I say that. Still going though. I don't think it's going to be an improvement as he goes wide again. And I believe that is going to be qualifying done. I don't think anyone else is on a lap if I look around.
I think Kanye is the only one remaining. I don't think he's going to improve right now. Unless he cuts the whole track.
He's good through the final
corner.
Good through the final
there's a man on the track.
and he
and he just hits the pits. Okay.
So that is it then. Techno on pole. Dominant. 5 attempts clear. Going to be interesting to see how it goes in the race. We'll rejoin for main racing. I just screenshot that. We're actually ahead of schedule once. Miracle. Oh, have we gone all into different servers?
Yes, I think so.
I'm going to shut down the other one because this is a good server. So we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. Missing 2. Make sure I get the time progression going. Is that everyone? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Still missing one person. Oh, it would be Simon. I think it's Simon. Yeah, yeah.
Simon, yeah.
Need a Roxy to join, because that's the guy that's actually hosting.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I could try host and stream at the same time, but I don't know how that's gonna go. Oh, Unified. Yo, where's Roxy at? This guy dips. It might be cooked. Okay, he's here, thank God. I'm gonna get Rox to DM you if I need to put out a safety car or anything, because he doesn't have access to the thing,
To the one.
like the race control hard. So I'm the only one that can like put a safety car or anything.
Oh, I can't do it either though.
Yeah, but like he'll message you. I can't see the chat because I close it.
Oh, okay, like that. Yeah.
30 laps. Away they go. Go with a techno or pulsator. Oh, Epic Lexer jumped out his car. Unlucky.
Oh. Already some small collisions going on the formation lap.
The usual chaos that goes on out laps. It'd be so funny if I told them to do a rolling start now. Is there actually grid boxes on the... Did I have... Okay, there it is. Good. That would not have been good. Alright then. Go through the grid order real quick. So you have Techno on pole from Epic Lexa, 5 temps separating them. So it looks like Techno has pace over the whole field today. And then followed by Weblu, Kanye, who's at risk of losing his seat, so looking for a good result here. And then Neon, the reserve driver, filling in for Dev, which is going to help Dev hugely in his championship hunt. And then we've got Maxi, Jen, and then Senna, your pole AM driver, followed by Pigeon, who had a poor qualifying, going to be looking to catch up to the pros ahead. Then Lewis, TXH, Koviak, Simo, who unfortunately had to leave us. And then we've got Trojus, Fish Noob, and then Unified, who missed qualifying, so we'll be starting from the back of the grid.
Here they come. They're gonna line up on the grid. Well, Clap, who do you think will win today?
I think I'm just gonna have to put my money on Techno and be a little bit boring here. Put the put the paces on everyone in quali. 5 attempts clear. I hope he doesn't run away with it, but it's looking a little bit likely here. Here we go then. So we wait for everyone to get into their grid boxes. We'll be watching the lights. Alright, here we go then. Lights coming on. Drivers lining up and getting ready. A long run into turn 1. We'll see who gets the better start. Looks like Techno gets away well. Epic Lex are going to be on his outside, but Techno defending the inside here. And Techno consolidating his lead as Epic Lexa goes wide. He's going to put Weblu on his inside. Weblu going to be looking to get into P2 straight away here then, and does so. So Weblu making it a Kessel 1-2 as we see 4 or 5 wide in the background. Absolute chaos as we come charging down to the hairpin. We'll look further back. Kanye fighting it out with his teammate, going 2 wide into the hairpin. See who comes out ahead here. Kanye with the inside. TXH trying to hold it on the outside, but Kanye does get the job done. Looks like all the drivers settling in now. A few battles further back, but we've got a little lead group of 4 here emerging. Techno, Weblu, Epic, Lexa and Neon.
Yeah, Kanye moving up more positions. He passed Pigeon Cool now. Trying to catch that front group and don't let them get too far away before it runs out of hand.
Yeah, Techno and Weblu likely going to be looking to work together here as teammates. And then at the same time, they're also championship rivals, so as Techno goes wide, both of them going wide.
Oh.
Lots of drivers going wide. Looks like the cold tires are afflicting drivers here.
Oh, someone spun in the background. It is Trojas spun, and he is now very far back.
Unfortunate
I don't know if he's going to be able to salvage this race.
I mean, it's a 1-hour race, so he's definitely got time to catch up, especially with the possibility of virtual safety cars, as we have Weblu pushing Techno along here, so they're working together, bump drafting, trying to get away from Neon and Epic Lexa behind them. Neon,
just Maxi coming on the radio saying, "What are these ping spikes?" Not happy with the Wi-Fi, I think.
Yeah, always someone getting afflicted by lag. Oh, Techno goes wide. Weblu going into the side of him, puts Neon into P2 then. So working together has gone out the window here. They're going 3 wide into the hairpin. Techno cutting across the front of Neon, trying to force him off. Neon's going to get forced into the CC. It's going to put him all the way back down. So Techno getting his elbows out here, fighting to keep this P1. He's going to have Weblu behind him. No one looking for a move here. Weblu Epic Lexa thinks about it, but backs out sensibly. So it looks like we're going to have this group of 5 fighting for the win then. Epic Lexa thinking about it on the outside, and Epic Lexa gets it done on the outside. What a move by Epic Lexa, up into P2, restoring his qualifying position. Now going to set his sights on Techno. So we see a stricken car on the side there, thankfully out of the way of the racing. So Epic Lexa thinking about a switchback here, can't quite get it done, but he's going to have the run going into the final corner. Definitely going to be thinking about a move here. But no, bump drafts him, so Epic Lexa actually playing the smart game here, wants to get away from the pack behinds. Although, as I say that, he's invited 2 cars up his inside by taking the wide line there. So Techno is still ahead, but the gap only 3/10.
We got Jen Luffy and Neon, I think. They're trying to catch up still in a group of 2, not far behind. And then further back, we already have more of the midfield forming a group now.
Yes, we got Unified and Kvyat and all the other AM drivers fighting it out here. So battles all over the field wherever you look. Unified and Kvyat going to be going side by side into the hairpin then. As we see Maxi in the background, looks like he's having lots of pin spikes. But Kvyat going to be looking for a move up the inside here on Unified. Seems like he's going to get it done. But no, Kvyat goes wide and there's contact between Unified and the Mustang. You see Maxi in more trouble in the background. Maxi having a terrible race. Unified's going to be
some issues with the
thinking about the move. Unified into the back of the Mustang. What is Unified doing there? That's surely going to be a penalty as he has the McLaren on his outside now. And Kvyat looking for a move up the inside and Unified just turns in on him. So Unified playing it dirty here. Definitely going to be a few penalties coming his way. But we'll look further forward to the lead battle. Looks like Techno's pulled out a little bit of a gap. Kanye's made his way up into P2. But these drivers, they just cannot let Techno do this, because once he gets out of slipstream, he's going to disappear with his superior pace.
As we get a message from the stewards, Kvyat first warning, he has to pay attention for the rest of his race before he gets a penalty. There was some interesting driving going on by him there.
Looks like Webley's falling down the order a little bit.
It looks like Pigeon, Cool, and Jen Loffy are falling behind even more. I think the gap was only 3 seconds last lap. Now it's already 5 seconds. Doesn't look like they're gonna catch up anytime soon, but they could work together and still catch the main group.
Yeah, gonna have to hope that Kanye gets a move on here, catches up to the back of Techno, and then this group of 5 can start fighting again. But Techno just controlling the race right now out in front.
Yeah, as he's opening up the gap, Kanye is the only one actually right behind him. Epic, Lexer a little bit behind Kanye already. They can't let Techno get away with this. If they get out of the slipstream draft, it's going to be hard for them to catch back up to him.
Looks like Pigeon and Jen trying to bump off to catch up to this lead group here. Pigeon coming off a win from Valencia, so he'll be disappointed with how this race is going for him at the moment. We have these AM drivers still fighting for the AM win here. Unified currently leading this one. Senna's dropped a few positions on this lap. There's a few of them go wide there. Unified going to be looking for the cutback, but takes a corner way too slowly and lets 2 of the cars through. And you can see there the gap between the AM drivers and the Pro drivers just being drawn out. The difference in pace between the 2 categories. These AM drivers with just a little bit less experience than the Pros. It's like Senna going to be looking for a move in Kvyat, forces him wide, but then goes wide himself. So Kvyat going to get the cutback, but Senna going to be in the slipstream of Lewis ahead. Lewis is going to be rubbing his hands here with the sight of the 2 behind him fighting. Going to try and get away here.
Yeah, and in the front again, Techno building that gap even more. I think he ran a little more out on Kanye. And Kanye has actually got on away from the rest of the front leaders. Weblu and Neon City a few seconds behind, and then you got the group of 3, Pigeon, Cool, Epic Lexer, and Jen Loffy right behind them.
So Epic Lexer falling back into the clutches of Pigeon and Jen. Not what he wants. Qualifying P2, dropping down into P5, but 25 laps to go. Certainly he can do a lot from there with this amount of time remaining. As we see him actually fighting a little bit with Pigeon. It's not what he really needs to be doing right now. He needs to be working together with these 3 drivers, otherwise they're just going to keep dropping from that little lead group ahead of them. It's like Techno though,
and
pulling out even further ahead.
And for the AM drivers, Kvyat actually got away from the rest. I don't know what happened. Kvyat actually has dropped position. He's all the way back now. He's lost touch with the group, with only Unified, Lewis, and Senea staying in the group for the AM win.
So it's looking good for Senna and Lewis then. Maybe if they could work together here to pull away from the two behind. Interesting the tyre choice, hards and mediums. So I think the hard runners will just be swapping to the mediums and vice versa. Not sure if we're going to see any involvement of the soft compound here. Maybe if you get a virtual safety car. So we see Senna going wide there. Just holding position right now. We'll look further forward. Techno with a 1.5 second gap. Kanye just dropping further and further back every lap then. So this is looking good for Techno.
It looks like Epic Lexer, Pigeon Cool, and Gen Luffy is actually almost caught up to Webblue and Neon City. I hope they can all work together to try and catch the front three, or the front two that are already kind of running away from them.
Well, Epic Lexer just getting a few CCs there. It's going to put Pigeon up his inside and he backs out. So they're certainly looking to work together here. Going to be bump drafting each other down Almond Straight. See how Kanye's doing. I mean, it doesn't really look like he's losing too much. He's just not able to catch up either. We'll see how much the gap has changed this lap. Techno just rounding the final corner now. Kanye exiting it. So Techno crosses the line. 1.5 seconds last lap. 2.7 seconds this lap. So Techno just got the pace here.
Yeah, and he's on the hard tires. Compared to Kanye on the medium tires, he should have a little more grip on these tires, Kanye, compared to Techno. But apparently Techno can just make these hard tires work better than the mediums.
Yeah, a little bit concerning for Kanye. Slower, even though he's on the inferior compounds. I mean, this would still be a good result for Kanye if he can get a P2 here. Would definitely secure his seat. As we see it in the background, Webblue and Neon still fighting, none of them making a move. Looks like Pigeon has actually pulled a little bit ahead of Epic, Lexa and Gen behind. But Pigeon gets a CC, so it's going to bring Epic Lexa straight back into it.
And Kvyat has already pitted. Kvyat, from one of the AM drivers that was a little behind the group, has already pitted. Oh,
And goes wide
he
on
doesn't.
the cold tires, just not doing him any favors there. Can be easy
He's
to
trying to hit
forget.
the undercut here.
Yeah, undercut. I'm not sure how strong the undercut will be here, especially considering you've only done like 7 laps.
Quite early in the race for him, but I guess this is a strategy.
And he's pretty much forcing himself into a 2-stop here. It's like Pigeon still tailing, being tailed by Epic Lexa closely. Gen just dropping off them a little bit here, so Gen's going to need to get a bit of a move on if he wants to stay with this group.
Let's see the gap now as Techno crosses the line. It is 2.5, so Kanye has actually closed the gap by 0.2 seconds. So medium tires might be working now.
Yeah, I mean, you'd expect it to be the other way around. You'd think the longer that they go, the better the hards would be, but maybe Techno is just making a mistake on that lap. So he goes under the bridge. You can just see Kanye rounding through turn 5 in the backgrounds. So you have some drivers already, 20, 30 seconds behind here. So field spread's quite high. This is definitely a skill-based track. We'll see how Kvyat does. Looks like he's 45 seconds behind. We'll have to monitor that gap to see if the undercut is effective, as he is begging for a safety car.
I think he might have made the wrong strategy here. I think he realizes it himself and now asking for a safety car. Oh, he's going wide again. Tires are still a little cold for him, I think.
Yeah, I mean, with the field spread out this much, safety car, very unlucky. As we actually see, Techno has a car ahead of him, lap traffic ahead of him. I believe that's actually just Maxi ahead of him, so Maxi having a terrible race, about to get lapped here, might not even finish in the points.
Yeah, 1 minute and 35 seconds behind Techno already. As Techno comes onto the main straight now, he's gonna hit that
Ooh!
start finish line.
Kanye in the background hitting the wall, doesn't want to make too many mistakes like that. I think the gap's gonna go
Oh,
up
it
here,
looks
yeah.
like well, he lost a lot of time there. Gap last lap was only 2.5 seconds, and now it's 4.7 seconds already. It's not looking good for Kanye right now.
As we see Neon running a little bit wide, still trying to work together with Weblu here, trying to catch up to Kanye, which they could do if Kanye keeps making mistakes like that. Looks like the AMs have spread out a little bit too. Lewis and Unified getting dropped by Senna here. So Senna looking like a shoe-in for the AM win. If he can keep going like this, not making too many mistakes, while the two behind him are just scruffy. Trying to look for any battles, but it doesn't look like too much is happening right now. All of these drivers just playing it sensible.
Yeah, Neon right behind Webblue. Could go for a move here. He's right all over him.
Looks like they're
He's gonna
catching
make
up
a
to
move.
Kanye quite a bit.
Yeah,
Yeah, these drivers just know that
looks
fighting in the mid stages of this race is only really going to lose them time. It's like Neon bump drafting Webblue. They're going to be starting to pull into Kanye's slipstream range. Kanye just dropping away from Techno here.
yeah. If Webblue and Neon could get to Kanye, they could work together with three guys. Try and maybe catch. Oh,
Oh,
Kanye
as we
is
see
pitting. Kanye
Kanye
is going
into the
to.
pits, we'll see if this is a good pit stop then. He's got a clear pit road, so hits his markers and gets away well. Good pit stop for Kanye. We'll see if he can do anything about that 8-second gap. Techno tires are just going to be coming to him here as he's on the hards, going to be experiencing less wear.
Must not have been happy with the medium tires. He was actually losing time on the mediums against Techno. So I think he went on the hard. Yeah, he went on the hards now. Hope it works out for him now.
Yeah, Neon and Webblue still packed together. Pigeon and Epic Lexa behind those two. Techno, by the looks of it, catching up to the lap traffic ahead of him. TXH. There's no blue flags in this series, but you would expect TXH to get out of the way as it's just courtesy. But still could throw a spanner in the works for so far what's been a dominant race by Techno.
Yeah, has been leading from start to finish already. Built out that gap. It's a big gap now. Let's see if he can maintain it till the end of the race.
It's like Kvyat going wide. Kvyat just having
Yeah.
a nightmare right now.
Yeah, I don't think he was happy with his pit stop. He's typing right now. Something wrong with his brakes also.
So
Coming
Kvyat,
onto the radio.
actually the championship leader in the AM category, going to lose out a lot here to Lewis, one of his main rivals. And this race may be putting Senna in contention for the AM championship if he could claim a win here. Obviously, we still have 8 rounds to go after this, so lots could happen.
Just Maxi already coming onto the radio saying, Techno, win, GG. It's not the right spirit, but anything can still happen. We still got 19 laps until the end of the race.
Yeah, I think we'll be hoping for a virtual safety car here to spice things up a little bit. Of course, in this series, rules differ slightly regarding safety cars. No actual safety car, we only run virtual safety cars here, and those do bunch up the pack. As we see the sun starting to set now, so headlights going to be coming on within a few laps. Visibility going to worsen, and that maybe could bring out an incident for us.
And Techno now catching up to the lap traffic. Gonna get some slips, some nice slipstream here. But let's see if TXH moves out of the way or not.
I mean, you can just see the pace difference between these two. Techno eating up the gap like it's nothing. And I think it's just going to be a textbook slipstream overtake into the last corner here.
Techno asking for blue flags. There is no blue flags currently.
I mean, even if he loses a bit of time battling with this guy, it's not like he's has to worry about much. He's got a 10-second gap here, and TXH goes wide anyway. See if TXH maybe gonna pull into the pits.
And he's going into the pit, yeah.
Yeah, we'll see how this pit stop is then for the Walkenhorst BMW driver. It's pretty good. TXH at the back of the field there, so we'll see if actually a Kvyat gonna get ahead of him. No, Kvyat nowhere to be seen.
It looks like Neon and Webley are actually losing a little bit of time. I think the gap was 10 seconds last lap. Now it's 11 seconds. Looks like the medium tire isn't working out for many drivers in this race.
Oh, as Webley pit maneuvering Neon there, I think a accident between the two drivers who are trying to work together. But as we look further back, we have a three-way fight emerging here. Pigeon, Jen, and Epic Lexa, 3 wide going into the hairpin. We'll see how this ends.
Epic Lexa, they got the lap traffic ahead of them.
Yeah, Epic Lexa with the inside. Epic Lexa goes deep. Jen gonna get the cutback. Epic Lexa into the slowdown. Pigeon gonna be looking up the inside of Epic. And I think he's gonna get the move here. But oh, Epic Lexa into the side of Pigeon. What is that? Epic Lexa driving a bit erratically there. Goes wide again. Not having the best race. And I mean, they're fighting so hard that they're not even catching up to the lap traffic.
Yeah.
Looks like Webley and Neon already clearing the lap traffic, so maybe that's where they lost that bit of time. So we see the headlights
now
come
come
on.
on. Yeah.
Gonna be racing into the night.
Oh, and here comes Pigeon. Pigeon just passes straight past Jen Loffy. He runs wide a little bit. Now Jen Loffy is gonna get that slipstream, hitting the bump draft, trying to catch up to the guys in front of them.
Yeah, we'll see what the gap is this time around. 12 seconds last lap. As Jen goes up at the inside of Pigeon. Pigeon going a little bit wide. As we see cars coming to the pits. They're going to be side by side going into the pits here. Neon Lucky has to cut in there. See who comes out ahead then.
It looks like the undercut from Kanye actually worked. He's got quite a bit of a gap now. As Webley and Neon before the pit stop are actually quite close to Kanye now. The gap is growing more.
So Neon just weaving his tires there, trying to get the heat into it. They do come out behind the AM leader, so that could mess them up a little bit in their hunt to catch Techno. Be interesting to see when Techno pits. I mean, he's on the hard tires, so you'd expect him to be going for a little bit longer, but that could actually put him on a threat of an undercut. But quite a big gap to do that.
He's got a lot of time to play with, so...
Yeah, now that all these other drivers are pitting, a virtual safety car would... I mean, it would be annoying for Techno, but not too bad, as he could just get that pit stop in and be on the fresh tires for the restart.
Yeah. And Jen Loffy, Pigeon Cool, and Epic Lexer still haven't caught up to the lap traffic. They are fighting really hard here for every position.
Yeah, I think they've given up on the hope of catching Techno or the two aheads. Neither of these three are actually yet to pit, so...
And here comes Kanye. Kanye is actually right behind them, catching up. The fighting is really not working out for them. Kanye already pitted, and these guys still haven't pitted. This is not looking good for them right now.
Yeah. I mean, they are on the hard tires.
All three going
oh my god! Huge incident in the pits as they try to enter it 3 wide. 3 into 1 does not fit, and we see one of them driving straight into the pit wall there. Luckily, all of them get going again, so not going to be a safety car, as we see Webley and Jen. Webley and Neon, sorry, and they have a big gap to those three.
Senna also pits, so the AM leader into the pit lane now.
Yeah,
Looks like Lewis... I'm not sure
Massive
if he pitted
incident.
yet, but he's coming. He's
And
coming out right behind Senna now.
Maxi, who hasn't pit, is put back onto sort of the area where he should be. Maxi looking for a move on Epic Lexa, gonna get it done. Epic on the cold tires, but even despite that, Epic's fighting it back. So Epic with the pace on Maxi here. But Maxi gonna be looking for a move here. He doesn't want to get held up by Epic because he's got cars behind him that he's actually racing against. And they're side by side then, going into turn 10, sorry. Maxi losing lots of time here.
And this is just working out perfectly for Pigeon and Genlofi. They can just get away from Lexer now, who was in the fight there for P3, or I think it was P5.
Yeah, I think his tires should be up to heat by now, so Maxi lost the opportunity to get past him. Going to be coming under threat from the Proton.
Oh, Techno just pitted.
Okay, Techno into the pits then. We'll see what the gap comes out as.
Kanye is coming into the straight now. Kanye is actually close to gap, I'm pretty sure. I think it was 10 seconds before. I'm not sure what it is now because Techno was still in the pit lane at the time of the start-finish straight.
He does though have lap traffic ahead of him, Kanye, so gonna have to clear him, which is gonna make him lose some time, and Kanye going wide there, so I think this race is done for Techno if we don't see any interventions with virtual safety cars.
Techno is now on the medium tires, so medium tires have not been looking good so far in this race, while Techno is now on the hard, or Kanye is on the hards. So we might still see a race. I don't think we will, but
yeah, 15 laps, half race distance to go for Techno on the medium tires, which, like you say, a few drivers have been struggling on them. So we could see a race here, but Kanye is gonna have to lock in.
He's gonna use this laps traffic, I think, for a little draft. He needs to get closer to him first, though, to use that slipstream. If he doesn't get held up, then we might see a race, but I'm not sure yet. Still 15 laps to go now.
Yeah, Weblu and Neon still together. These drivers have been working together for basically the whole race, and it's helped them to clear the likes of Gen, Pigeon, and Epic Lexa behind them. Speaking of which, Epic Lexa has gotten past Pigeon now, so it's actually looking good for Gen, who's gotten away from those two and can set his sights on Neon and Weblu ahead of him. So Gen making a good comeback here, put in a poor qualifying performance, but working his way up the order in the race. And the gap is actually only 6 seconds from Techno to Kanye. So it's come down a lot here. And Kanye on the hard tires, Techno on the mediums. Could actually see a racer.
Oh, we got a battle here. All three drivers, 2 pro drivers, 1 AM driver. Epilexer, Senna, and Pigeon going for it. Oh, Pigeon going for it. Does back out through the end. He's going to lose the position to Senna now. As this is quite the fight going on over here. Epilexer and Pigeon now losing time to Jen, actually. They were with Jen before. They, of course, had a crash in the pit lane, but Jen has actually gained some seconds on them after the pit stop.
Yeah, so Senna mixing it in with the pro drivers then, showing his worth. Maybe looking for a promotion into the pro category himself. Gonna look for a switchback here on Epic, but Epic carries the speed around the outside of Pigeon. Gonna get the move done and defend the inside here, but no. Leave the door open. Pigeon doesn't send it though. So these three battling into the night. Got Lewis behind them. Lewis going to be looking to catch up to the back of Senna here. Looks like Senna getting dropped by the 2 drivers ahead though as he goes wide and gets to CC. We'll look to Techno, he's
See the gap.
brought out.
Oh, the gap is growing. 2 seconds over 1 lap. I think Kanye might have made a mistake.
I mean, you would expect that in the early stages of this stint with Techno on the medium tyres. Those are going to be quick in the opening few laps.
I'm pretty sure Techno was trying to pass the lap traffic. He's actually passed it now. I think he lost a little bit of time there. Oh, he goes wide. He's going to lose a little more time there.
Actually passing his
But,
teammate, so you would have hoped that he'd gotten out the way.
No team game going on over here. Further back, we got Kvyat and Unified still fighting. Both of the AM drivers fighting for that AM position 3.
Yeah, Kvyat gonna try and hold it around the outside of Unified here, but he's forced off wide. Unified
Oh.
pushing him well off the track here. They're gonna be side by side. And Unified again just pushing him off. So Unified not leaving any space for Kvyat here. And Kvyat, one of the drivers notorious for his dirtiness. This could get a little bit heated here between Kvyat and Unified. So Unified weaves all over the track, defending the inside. Kvyat late on the brakes, looking for a move around the outside. And he gets it done. What a move by Kvyat around the outside of Unified.
Yeah, very nice move by Kvyat, just hitting the brakes later, making it stick around the outside. And Unified had nothing to say to that. But Kvyat goes deep now. Unified right all over the back of him now. As we head into the next corner, Unified has lost a little bit. He's going wide. Unified goes wide and just gives Kvyat a little more time to run out and get away from Unified here.
Yeah, it looks like Webblue and Neon still working together. These two inseparable. Gonna be interesting to see when they decide it's time to start fighting then.
I haven't lost or gained any time compared to last lap. I don't know if it's working. Maybe they need to work together a little better, but they gotta do their best to catch up to Kanye, maybe. Someone crashed. Kvyat crashed. And Unified is actually gained a position there. Kvyat crashed in the final corner. I don't know what happened there. I was just spectating. And it looks like Unified is letting him pass.
So
maybe Unified might have crashed him out there.
Yeah, but at least he's letting back go. It's both of them going extremely wide. I think a lag spike for both of them. So these two losing buckets of time as Unified sends it. What is that? It's gonna bring Lewis past both of them. Don't know what's going on here then. Some chaos.
VSC is being called out by Lincoln Oris is saying VSC.
I mean, both drivers are going, so doesn't look like there's any need for a virtual safety car. As Kvyat sends it again. These two drivers just getting their
It's getting a little
on,
heated out here by them.
And Techno continues. Oh, Kvyat straight into the wall. Both of them into the wall.
We got Epic Lexer begging for a safety car.
I believe these two drivers might be trying to play some games here to get a virtual safety car, but not gonna work if they just keep, instantly accelerating away again. It's like we have Epic Lexer trying to make his way past some lap traffic. Oh no, not even lap traffic. Epic Lexer trying to make his way past the AM driver. So Senna really doing well for himself here, mixing it in with the pros. So Pigeon, Senna and Epic, this little group here fighting away. Senna going to be looking for the move on the outside.
Unified just tried to hit an insane pit maneuver on Kvyat. It looks like they're both still going, so no VSC coming yet. And Kvyat not pitting. Troyjas is in the pits now. He's quite far behind. Still trying to salvage whatever he can from this race, but it doesn't look like he's going to end in the points.
I mean, he will have the fresh tires on the two ahead, so Hopefully he'll be making quick work of them, and especially as they're fighting in the way they are, I'm sure he does not want to get involved in that.
If they're gonna keep fighting like this, they might get Techno coming up right behind them. Looks like they have settled their differences now. Looks like they're just gonna Unified going for it. Whoa, hitting him right in the back as they both go completely wide. Kiviak stopping. No, he's going again. As Techno is actually not far behind. He's gonna hit the hairpin now. As we got Kiviak and they both get a warning. Kiviak and Unified. They cannot be joking around any longer because they will be getting a penalty.
Still got this group of three, Epic, Lexus, Senna and Pigeon. Senna's going to be looking for a move on Epic, but Epic is just able to carry the speed around the outside. Pigeon maybe could pull away from these two if they keep fighting. Epic's going to be not defending, so trying to stay with Pigeon here, but Epic goes wide, gets a CC. Senna profits from that, goes all the way around the outside. And oh, Epic Lexer into the back of Senna, forces him into the slowdown. Could see a penalty coming his way for that. Maybe gonna need to give the position back here.
It looks like Unified actually pitted now. He's hit the pit lane. I think he just did a drive-through. I'm not sure what he's doing. Trying to get away from Kiviak. Maybe to relax a little more, but Epic is now being told to return the position to Senna.
She does so, letting him through in the final corner, but not for long as he crafty Epic Lexer immediately gets the switch back again. I mean, technically he gave the position back and Senna just wasn't able to capitalize from it. But he's gonna have...
Looks like Techno actually grew the gap to Kanye. 13 seconds now. It looks like the books are closed and Techno's gonna win this race.
Yeah, unless we see something drastic here, maybe a ping spike, a virtual safety car, or anything else for Techno.
It looks like Neon and Webblue are really not catching Kanye. The gap has been 10 seconds the entire time. It's still 10 seconds. Looks like P2 is already decided as well. We still got a battle for P3. But yeah, anything can still happen in this race. 9 laps to go.
It's like Unified is dropped all the way back into TXH here. And they're going to be lap traffic for the two behind them. So Webblue and Neon are going to be wanting to get past these two quickly.
DHX driving on the grass, getting off of it now. He has to be careful with Unified. Unified was not happy in this lap. Says no blues. So he will be fighting this position. He will not be letting them pass, I think.
Yeah, Unified and TXH could end up backing these Webblue and Neon into...
Oh, and Kanye just pitted. Kanye is in the pits again.
I'm not sure why he's done that. I mean, he could have just gone to the end.
He's just lost his second position, and now Neon and Webblue are up fighting for the podium places now, second and third. Kanye is dropped back all the way to Jen Loffy.
And these two BMWs ahead, Unified and TXH, battling nicely here. As we have a stopped car in the middle of the track and an incident, and that's going to bring out a virtual safety car as we have Unified into the wall. Looks like Maxi though, there was a stopped car on track. And a massive incident into the wall. It's going to be a virtual safety car here then, so they're all going to have to bunch up. This is disaster for Techno, who had that 15-second gap, and he's now on the more vulnerable worn mediums.
He's asking if he can pit. Techno is asking if he can pit. He should be able to pit. I don't think there's any limitations to that. Pit lane open. Leader must start pacing. Okay, pit. He comes around the final corner. Here he is. He's gonna hit the pit lane. Let's see what tires he goes on.
And we'll
I think it was around 8 laps
see
remaining.
Kanye is losing time here to the AMs ahead of him.
Very, very unlucky for Kanye, pitting right before the VSC. Lost the positions. Let's see what tire Techno is going on. He's gonna go for new mediums, as he's gonna stay in the lead, getting a free pit stop as the rest also come into the pits. Web Blue pitting, Neon City.
Everyone coming into the pits, and no one wants to be on vulnerable tires for the restart then.
Kanye staying out. Kanye gets all of his positions back, so it worked out in the end for him.
Yeah.
Back up to second place.
Maybe some crash gate going on there for Kanye.
As we still have a race on our hands now. Everyone's going to be bunched up. I think we will have around 7 or 6 laps remaining when the VSC will be gone. Drivers being told full speed until you catch the queue. They all need to catch up clearly. Jen Luffy being very mad with Unified, saying ban Unified, this kid, bro. And now Unified asking if he can unlap. And Just Maxi also asking for unlap. Lap traffic, do not unlap. They're being told now. So lap traffic will be in the way of some of these drivers, as Unified is actually in about 4th in the queue right now, but actually he is already lapped, so let's see who's behind him. It looks like DXH also lapped behind him. Just Maxi also lapped. Neon City, he's dropped back a few positions. I guess the lapped cars are now being told to back off, let the cars in the actual race get ahead. As Neon City is trying to move back to his original position. All the lapped cars have backed off now. As we will get a race again as well in the AM category, with Lewis Hamilton being close behind Senna again now. Yeah, Techno leading from start till the VSC. You might see his lead go away here.
Yes, we're just waiting for a few cars to catch up to the queue.
Yeah, it looks like Kvyat and Trojas, 2 lapped cars trying to catch back up. Trojas coming onto the back straight now. It runs a little wide there. As we will be restarting next lap, I assume. No restart this lap.
Yeah, it looks like we just got Kvyat
Trojas just
having to catch
caught
up
on
here.
now. And Kvyat quite far behind still.
So it's going to be not sure how many laps, I think 5 or 6. But these drivers are going to have to just put a challenge on Techno here. Make sure he doesn't get away again. Because we have some of the cars going into the pits there.
Not sure why they're pitting. Senna and Unified, they might not have pitted before yet. They're going to lose some positions here. Senna, actually the AM leader, going to lose position to Lewis Hamilton, who's going to be number 1 first in the AM category now.
Yes, Techno is almost caught up, so we will be restarting this lap.
Yeah, Senna came out right behind Lewis Hamilton. See, Kvyat is almost there. Restarting this lap, we hear now. This will be around a 5-lap sprint race till the end. still got a lot of racing coming.
Yeah, so the leader won't be able to control it here. It will be controlled by the green flags. We had a few issues last season, actually, the leader in communications with his teammates, giving them a countdown and actually giving them a massive advantage over everyone else.
No.
But it looks like Kvyat firmly onto the back of this queue. All the drivers weaving to heat up their tires, so 5 full speed laps ahead of us. A sprint to the line, Techno leading it, followed by Kanye, Neon, and then Weblu, Pigeon, Epic, Lexa.
And now Techno asking, does it go green when I cross the line? He's asking someone if someone could answer that. I think he's a little confused here. I'm pretty sure he needs to go when the flag turns green. Green flag will show at any point within the restart zone, is being told to the drivers now.
Yeah, so we see this massive snake weaving its way towards the start-finish line. Techno, I'm sure, going to be very unhappy with this virtual safety car. But nothing you can really do. He's going to have to defend his position hard here.
It's gonna be hard for him, but only 5 laps till end. It's gonna be 5 hard laps for him, but with what he has done this whole race, I think he can do it. Surprisingly, no one going into the soft tires. I guess no one's comfortable trying to take them to the end. It was only actually about 6 or 5 laps remaining, but no one opting for the softs.
So you have the virtual safety car ending here then. Could go green at any point from now. Everyone following single file then. Techno is going to be hoping that it goes green as late as possible so the run into turn 1 is minimized. Kanye are going to be hoping it goes green as early as possible.
As we're still waiting.
And the green flag shows Kanye gets the run on Techno. Kanye on the inside then. Gonna be challenging up the inside into turn 1. Forces Techno to the outside. But Kanye forced off by Techno. Disaster for Techno. Making contact with Kanye.
And Techno has completely lost his lead. He's all the way in the back next to Kanye.
Techno, I mean, he's got
hard.
time to do it, but he has to be careful with drivers
unified.
making contact ahead of him. He's got 4 wide going into the hairpin. This is not going to end well here, I don't think, because we have, I think it's Neon in the lead ahead.
Yeah.
Kanye has the inside here, but Epic Lexa just turns in on him. It's absolute chaos in the background. Looks like Neon.
Looks like Neon is actually...
Yeah,
he's trying to get away from the rest. Senna in second now, the AM leader. Holding up the pack over here. Jen Luffy right behind him with Pigeon Cool now making a move. Down the inside he goes, makes the position.
And somehow Senna, the AM driver, has made his way up into P2. So we could see an AM driver on the overall podium here. It would be an amazing result for him. He's got Pigeon behind him. Pigeon followed closely by Jen then, as we see Epic Lexa making a move on Weblu in the background. They're going to be going side by side, 3 wide in fact. Epic Lexa, Weblu and Kvyat. Weblu just stays behind though, maybe biding his time for that main straight where he could get a better run. Epic Lexa are going to try hang it around the outside, but can't carry the momentum. Yeah, Weblu up the inside. Kvyat losing out to the both of them. We see what progress Techno has made. Looks like he's going side by side with Lewis. So Techno, it's not going well for him. He just had that contact with Kanye on the restart. But Techno going around the outside of Lewis there. Really good move from Techno. This is what he needs to do now. He needs to get past his traffic as quickly as he possibly can if he wants to catch back up to the leaders.
Yeah, but he's got a notorious driver in front of him. It's Unified. Is he gonna let him pass through cleanly, or is he gonna fight this position?
So Unified defends it then. Techno is going to be forced to the outside, but switches to the inside at the last moment, but misses his braking point. Could have got the dummy move done there, but just misjudged the braking. So loses out to Lewis as well. Techno maybe losing his head a little bit here as we have Neon storming off into the distance.
Yeah,
Techno
Neon
goes
just-
around the outside of Lewis. What a move. And now he's going to be looking for the inside on Unified. Gets both of them in one corner. What a move from Techno. Has to defend his position. So Techno past those two AM drivers now. He's got Unified hot on his heels though. But gets the defense on the inside. He's going to be looking to catch up to the group ahead here.
Oh, Senna just got pushed off the track, and he's just lost a ton of positions there.
So Senna
Neon
though.
actually just running away with the lead over here, as there's heavy fighting going on for P2 at the moment. With Webblue, Pigeon, and Genloffy all close together. Got some contact going on bomb drafting over here. As they head into the final corner. Pigeon trying to get the wide line switch back.
And
He
Pigeon's going
makes
to
it work.
get both of them, but Webley's going to hang it on the outside. Almost gets a double switchback there. Oh, chaos in the background. A car getting turned across the front of one
Jeez.
of the Ferraris. I didn't see how that
Just
ended.
Maxi is the one that gets turned.
So Techno, absolute disaster. Went from dominating to all the way back into P9 here.
Gap to Neon already 2.6 seconds. It looks like Neon is just making use of all this fighting and just eating out his lead.
So
As Techno and Webblue now,
yeah.
side by side, the teammates. Webblue a little mad at Jen, saying, "Jen, you're not real." Must have been something going on there.
So Techno and Webley, rivals in the championship, but teammates in their Castle Ferraris.
Oh, Epic. Epic goes for a move on Genloffy. Genloffy hits the switchback, retains his P3.
Techno though getting past Webley there. He's gonna need Webley to hold up the AM behind him. As both of them, both Lewis and Techno going wide there, it's gonna put Webley on his outside then, so really unfortunate for Techno, you'd have to say.
Yeah.
And they're still side by side, Techno and Webley banging doors. Techno's gonna go wide here. Looks like Pigeon and Jen have broken away from the rest of the pack and are gonna set their sights on Neon. Only 2 laps to catch him though. And Kvyat's actually...
Yeah, it looks like Neon has actually gone onto the hard tire. Looks like the hard tire might have been the right strategy. Everyone else going on the medium tire besides Kanye and someone else in 14.
So
Looks like the medium tire isn't really working.
Pigeon and Jen not working together, although Pigeon does back out, so maybe they are. I don't know if they can overcome a 2-second gap though. They're going to have to catch a second per lap, which is not going to happen as if they're going side by side.
And Jen just went wide. Jen lost a little time there. Hit the slowdown. Epic Lexer right behind him now. Is Epic Lexer going to go for a move here? Goes down the inside.
Epic looks going to be side by side still. Jen closing the door on him, forcing him to the corner cut. It's going to make Epic vulnerable to Kvyat behind him, but Kvyat backs out, not looking for a move there. It's like further back, Techno still entangled in a battle with these AM drivers. This is really not what he needs now. It's looking dire for Techno if he can't get past these drivers.
Trying to make a move on Senna now. They're going to go side by side in this high speed section. Oh, 3 wide. 3. Okay, it's BMW driver backs out.
Techno!
Oh, and there's a collision. Oh!
Contact!
And one of the BMW drivers has just gone into the barriers. Looks like they're okay. They're still driving. But yeah, contact over here. Kanye also. Not an ideal restart for him. He's now behind Techno.
Yeah, it's Kanye involved in that initial incident with Techno on the restart. They only have each other to blame for that. As Senna goes a little bit wide there, and so Senna
As the
is at
gap
one
is
point.
actually closed a second.
Ooh,
Unified in the pit lane. He's coming out of the pits now.
interesting. So we'll look forward to P2 then. Pigeon.
Oh,
They are still nose to tail.
oh, and Techno just hit a pit maneuver on Unified. Unified
Ooh.
getting in his way. Might have been deliberate.
Yeah, he's gonna have Kanye on his inside. These two that had that collision on the restart. Kanye sends it up the inside, breaks late, gonna get the move done, forcing Techno out wide then. So a solid move from Kanye there.
Further up in the field, Jen Luffy making a move on Pigeon. Oh, he goes wide. They're going to lose a little time on Neon here. They shouldn't be doing this. They should be working together if they still want to win this race.
Yeah, it's gonna invite Epic Lexa up at the inside of Jen. Jen gonna go wide then, loses the position. So Epic Lexa onto the podium now. Good recovery from Epic Lexa. And we've got Weblu behind these three. So Weblu is gonna be looking to get past these guys. But still nose to tail stuff. Two of them running a little bit wide. They're gonna be bump drafting down the straight. Still maybe a slight hope of catching Neon. No, they're going too wide then. See who comes out ahead. Epic Lexa on the outside. Jen gonna maybe look for the cutback on both of them, but runs into the back of Epic, pushing him in a little bit wide. Epic though gonna have the inside as we begin the final lap in this battle for P2.
They've lost a second that lap.
Yeah, so it looks like Neon's got the win, but P2 still up for grabs here. As Epic tries to carry speed around the outside, but goes way too wide. Jen behind Pigeon. Maybe gonna be looking for a big send into the hairpin. No, he's gonna maybe get it done here as he gets a good exit. They're gonna be too wide still. Epic Lexa maybe gonna push Pigeon up on the inside and try and get both of them past Jen. No, they go 3 wide here. Pigeon on the inside.
Trying to hit the switchback. Doesn't make it work. Pigeon. Oh, and Unified has retired his car as the fighting is still going on over here. Looks like Pigeon now pulling away a little bit as Jen Luffy and Epic Lex are fighting here for P3 at the moment. Just letting Pigeon get away. Maybe try and get that P2 for him.
Jen doesn't look for a move here then. Maybe wants to catch up to Pigeon. This would be a good result for Pigeon coming off a win at Valencia. Maybe even igniting his championship contention. So these three still nose to tail. We'll look to Techno, our previous race leader. Looks like he's still engaged in a battle with the AMs. So no chance of Techno recovering. Really sad for Techno. But we'll look
and
further
Epic are trying to move down the inside in the final corner. They're all going 3 wide into the final corner.
Jen maybe looking for
Jen
the
Luffy.
cutback here. It's gonna go into the back of Pigeon. It's gonna be 2 wide.
And
Epic Lexa, I think, gets it here.
Yeah.
Close race there. We'll look to Techno. Looks like he's gonna come ahead of these AMs. Techno only able to recover a P9 there. Disaster for Techno.
Yes, and also unlucky for Senna. Down in P10. At one moment he was fighting with the pros, and now he's all the way down in P10. Unlucky for him.
Oh, I forgot to add the podium. Oh well.
As Unified now saying in chat, Techno, I'll devote my entire next race to you, baby.
So your order there then, Neon, the race winner. I mean, he was on the podium for pretty much the entire race and just was able to benefit from Kanye and Techno colliding on the restart. I think Techno is going to be very unhappy with how that's gone.
Yeah, and there's some allegations coming out here to Maxi for causing Crashgate 2.0 here with causing the VSC. He's trying to explain himself in the chat now, but it's not looking good for him right now.
So Lewis clinched the win there in AM, followed closely by his rival Kvyat. Kanye and Techno, two that collided, dropping a little bit back, and then we had Senna rounding out the AM podium. But a good race there in the end.
It's a very good race with the VSC. Made it spectacular towards the end. Unlucky for Techno, unlucky for Senna, but that's how racing is.
Yeah, we'll see if we can get any interviews. See if you can get anyone in the stage here. Let's get a word from. Let's try to get a word from Maxi.
We got one of the. Oh. There's actually one of the AM drivers in the audience.
It's Lewis. I don't
I'm
think
not
he's,
sure if.
don't think he speaks.
Oh.
Oh, well, I think I'm gonna call it there then.